What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy, Mr. MicroMike, and today we are back on for the OnePride podcast, and we have a good one and dedicated one for Troxel Sports Talk tonight. First, we have here as Tone, also known as Antonio Hightower. What's going on, Antonio Hightower?
Oh, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on? You ready to have some fun tonight?
Yeah.
Good. Hey, and we got TA Noble Sports. What's going on, TA Noble Sports?
What's going on? What a party at? What a party at, people? Let's get it cracking.
The party is right here, and we are about to steer into it and have some fun. TA, can you do me a huge favor and shout out the people that are in the chat?
Yes, I can. That is no problem, Mike. We got the Shadow Chief is in the building. OnePride Nation is in the building. What's up, my man? Keep on doing those videos. We see you. JoJo Barnes is in the building. Also, Go Lions is in the building. What's up, Go Lions? Believe the hype is in the building, and that's what we have so far.
And I believe the hype. And as soon as everybody rolls in, make sure that you go ahead and hit that like button, leave a comment, and we're going to have some fun. Now, this show is dedicated to Troxel Sports Talk. Yes, Troxel Sports Talk. If you don't know, our partner in crime got into a car accident.
Yes.
And it was a bad car accident going 75 down a highway. A tire popped and their car flipped. That's one other than Travis Troxel from Troxel Sports Talk. So this show is dedicated to him and his family. A lot of injuries sustained. Going right now, his wife's going through surgery right now, multiple surgeries. So we want the prayers up tonight. So please do the prayer signs. Please do a prayer to Travis Troxel and his family of Troxel Sports Talk, TA.
Yeah, definitely, man. Our boy, man, he's down right now, guys, and we want to pick up the slack for our boy. You know, it's something very serious, man. When you get into a rollover car accident, man, that is not a good thing, man, especially on your way from your vacation. So, you know, hopefully, man, everything is good with this surgery with his wife on tonight. And make sure you guys, you put the prayer signs up for Trox Strong tonight. And we're going to have fun, man. We're going to represent for Trox like he would want us to do. And, man, best wishes to him and his wife, because I know that both of them will be recovering.
Yes, and we're going to have a fun one tonight because that's exactly what Troxel needs. I'm sure he's listening, and I'm sure he needs a good laugh just to get away for a little bit. So that's what we're going to represent. It's hashtag Trox Strong. Hashtag Trox Strong, and that's what we're going to go with, TA. But let's first now get in there with the questions for tonight's show, and that is the first one for you, TA at Noble Sports. DeAndre Swift signed his deal. Finally, he is signed to a deal for the Detroit Lions, 4-year, around $8 million contract. What's your initial thoughts about this?
Man, I love it. I love it, man. Swift is signed, so that means competition is about to get ready to get heated. And, you know, we drafted him for a reason. You know, we wanted to run the ball, and we went out and got 2 guards. And that just letting you know how serious we are about running. We want to run the football. We got an offensive coordinator in Darrell Bevel who wants to run the ball, and that's what we want to do. We want to punch the football down your throat this year, and we want to be able to do that with Bo Scarborough and Swift and also Carry-On. So hopefully, this combination of running backs will work out for us, because we know that pretty much in Detroit we're doing a run by committee. So right now the keys ain't officially been handed to Swift yet, because you still got Swift back there and you still got Scarborough for competition. But other than that, man, I love the signing. I think that it was a great thing that they finally locked up the one of the guys that they needed to lock up, and now you eventually have to lock up your number 1 guy in Okudah.
Big D73, what's going on? Craig Ferguson, what is going on? Abdul Terrell and Chastity Hudson, welcome to this Frog Crop. That is a crazy name. But what say you, Tone? What do you think? What do you think about finally DeAndre Swift signed his deal, and now he is a lock, cock, shocked, ready to rock, go down the middle, and give us some yards? What do you think about that, man?
So I expected him to sign his deal, because you don't really, especially out of when you usually see players like that wait a while to get a contract signed, it's usually like really top 10, top 5 first-round players, specifically mostly first-round players. I didn't expect his deal to be a problem. I didn't think it was going to be like a Joey Bosa situation where we had to wait till the season. That usually doesn't happen, especially outside the first round. Oh yeah, it's good that he signed, but like for me, I would kind of consider like that he was already there. So, but yeah, it's just like it's nice that he's actually signed now, though.
Every time another rookie signs a contract, I'm going to say the same thing. Yes, it's good, but we need this guy in there working his tail off, his head into the playbook, and that's the most important part. I don't care about the money. I want that off their mind. I want them head in the playbook and get ready as if the season was going. What's going on C-Rad TV? Yes, we will answer that question. That is a part of the show. I wanted to wait till a little more people come on to talk about that because that was a crazy deal and it does affect the Detroit Lions. And look, when it comes to DeAndre Swift, my favorite draft pick, and I am glad that he is finally signed. I am ready to see this man on the field. I want to see it now. And I'm impatient. I'm very impatient, man. I want to see it. I want to see this guy run up the line. I'm tired of hearing the stuff. Oh, the Lions can't run the football. Yeah, we can now.
Yeah.
As long as we got a competent offensive line, we can. And DeAndre Swift, he's signed, he's locked in for the season in the next 4 years. And thankfully, it's not a 10-year, $430 million contract, or because then we wouldn't be able to sign anyone else. I'm not pushing names about KC, but we're going to get into that right now because that's it.
Yeah.
If you don't know, then you're living under a rock, and it's possible.
You could be living under a rock. That's true.
Live under a rock.
You could be living under a rock.
As you can see, I'm apparently standing and living right by Ford Field. See this beautiful picture back here that it's crazy. It's just crazy that I have this picture and then magically it pops up. But when it comes to UTA, what do you think about the Patrick Mahomes deal and how does it affect our beloved Detroit Lions?
Well, number one, let me answer that right because it don't affect us no kind of way because we ain't got to pay it. We ain't got to pay that type of money. Man, what a massive contract, man, for Patrick Mahomes. Literally, I thought that Patrick Mahomes was going to sign a deal that was going to be like $200 million. I thought he's going to be able to set the bar that high, like at least getting between 38 and 40 annually. That's what I thought that he would probably make. Yeah. Anywhere it goes, I thought that Patrick Mahomes would set the bar because he is the number one quarterback right now. Patrick Mahomes' deal pretty much to me meant that he is going to be the face of the NFL. Watch out, Tom Brady, because there's a new sheriff in town. That's what that meant to me. You know what I'm saying? When he got his contract, they believe in his kid. They gave him the keys after the second season. And look what he's done already, accomplished in his young career. He has a Super Bowl already under his belt, and he has an MVP already under his belt. So he's already said that he's out to collect rings. So he's looking to get back there. So definitely, man, I don't see nobody slowing these guys down. They're still going to be a tough team. And that deal was it was amazing, man. I cannot believe that they gave him that much money. You're talking about a player that's pretty much breaking all type of numbers. Yeah. As far as what this contract goes.
When it comes to this contract, who's really excited about this? And we're not talking about Dak Prescott. We're not talking about future Lamar Jackson, who's really excited. The IRS! They just banked today, man. They banked it. Oh! They finally get done. That's near $500 million. $500 million.
That's crazy.
Oh, my God. What say you, Tone? How does this contract affect the Detroit Lions, if at all?
I guess it would drive up the prices of QBs now, because he's going to set the new standard for like a couple years till his deal becomes pretty cheap again. That's only why I can see the fact that Lions, his deal might, because a lot of people originally thought, because the deal was a lot smaller than most people actually thought it was. They thought it might be the first deal in NFL history where the player is like dedicated a part of the cap.
Yeah.
They was like, because realistically speaking, in like 4 to 5 years, he's going to be on a cheap deal. When Stafford got his new deal, at the time, they was like, is he overpaid? Oh, he's one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, but his deal dropped.
And look at him now.
Oh, man.
Now it's like, well, he's not getting paid a lot of money, actually.
Stafford's like $500 million. Oh my God, man.
Tone. So basically, you're saying that Stafford contract is laughable now.
Not laughable, but at the time when he signed it, people was like, "Man, look how much money Matthew Stafford getting paid." Now you look at it and like, man, compared to these other QBs, he's not getting paid that much.
What's going on? Michael Giertes, Damian Estrada. Welcome, Elijah Robert. We are in the bit. How does it affect the Detroit Lions? I'm going to tell you how it affects the Detroit Lions.
Let the people know. No.
Do they have a defensive tackle on that team that they're supposed to pay some money to?
Yes, they do.
How in the world are they going to pay that? No! They can't pay that now. Literally, one half the cap is Patrick Mahomes. It's the Kansas City Mahomes. He might as well just became half the owners of the Kansas City Chiefs. They might just, sell him 49% of their stock.
Yeah.
How are you going to pay everybody?
This is going to affect them, man, in the long run. It's definitely going to affect them because you got to try to think about guys like Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, guys. I know Tyreek Hill just signed a deal last season.
Chris Jones, who?
Yeah, Chris Jones. Chris Jones. I don't know if he's going to get paid or not, man. He might just sign that 10-year and that might be it.
You're going to have to get traded. And how does that affect the Detroit Lions? Look, I like Chris Jones a lot. I think that would be an interesting individual to take a look at. There's no way they could sign this dude anymore. There's no way. Chris Jones just got a massive leverage. He's like, there's no way you're going to pay me. So maybe he will demand, maybe he'll make some noise. I don't know, but my God. And we got Kenny G coming up who's going to make a lot of G's. And these contracts are getting insane, folks. They're getting insane. So
yeah, it's crazy, man. How the last couple of years, Mike, I think we talked about this off record before. How much it's insane how much quarterbacks make in the NFL. They take up majority of the cap space. You know what I'm saying? Who are you going to sign? You going to sign some arena football players?
Hey, we got to get we get the Legends League up in here, man. Let's have some real fun. Hey, well, to me, it affects it because we do got deals coming up with Decker. They decide to look at that. Obviously, Kenneth G coming up, others. But again, Chris Jones, I would love to have him on this roster. Who Chris Jones? I think he would be a fantastic addition to that defensive line. It's a pipe dream. I know. It's a pipe dream.
What would you guys be willing to give up to get Chris Jones? Because you're going to have to give up a lot to get him.
Oh, let's see. What second round pick maybe now? He's got more leverage than Kansas City now after this contract.
Yeah.
Because they everyone knows how in the world you gonna pay this guy.
You can't pay him.
Averaging near $45 million a year. Tone, what would you give up for Chris Jones?
I give up Jared Davis and a box of paper clips. That's all I'm giving up. I'm not trading for nobody that I don't know gonna sign for my team.
Okay. Well, we know for sure that if we traded them Jared Davis, they'll have a submarine a fire shot going their way, but it may not go the correct way, but it will go in that direction. A missile will fly in a direction.
Yes.
What would you give up, TA, for Chris Jones?
The whole defensive team. No, I'm just playing. I'm giving up the whole defense for just one player, baby. No, man, I don't know, Mike. I'm like you said, you're gonna have to give up some key pieces.
Yeah,
I would give up probably Deshaun Hand, a couple linebackers, that we signed, and a couple draft picks probably to get them. You're gonna have to give up a lot just to get
I would give up Christian Jones. Christian Jones. Christian Jones. He's my favorite player that I don't want on the team. So I think I would part ways with him. I think a second round pick and maybe a player. I would love to have Christian Jones, man. I think he'd really help this defensive line. Look, guys, I know everybody says, we got the depth right now, and we may. But
yeah.
What if there's an injury? Like last year.
Yeah, we had a lot of injuries last year.
The only thing saving us would be having no season. That'd be the only thing saving Matt Patricia. That would be the only thing. Well, after that, how in the world can you sign someone after a nearly $45 million a year? Yeah. That's what's going to end up being. I'm sure it's back heavy, But you got to think about the couple years. That's just a massive contract, too.
That's massive. Now, what if you're the Cowboys and you're looking at Patrick Mahomes getting his deal? What kind of deal do you give Dak Prescott?
This is the deal that you kind of get. They just gave a massive deal to their wide receiver. Now you're gonna give Dak Prescott another deal like that? Oh my God, Jera. He's like, oh man, I need a drink. Okay. He's thinking, Jera, he's not happy right now. He's not happy right now. And a question: do you all think the reason why y'all quarterbacks like Cam or Mahomes are getting these crazy amount of money from all these teams is because the teams are trying too hard to prevent from getting capped? No, I just think that they wanted to lock this guy up for the next 10 years so he retires for their team. I think the potential for him has much more. It has nothing to do with cap. I think that they don't ever want this man to leave their team.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy that's only 24 years old.
It's all the way to 34 years old.
It's slated to be 25 in September, and you give him a huge deal. They don't want this guy going anywhere. That's the reason why he got the deal that he got, man. Patrick Mahomes definitely, man, is box office. I knew Patrick Mahomes was a special player when I was watching the game against the Denver Broncos, man, and he was running and scrambling on one play, man, and the play was pretty broken up, and the dude is scrambling to the left, and he ends up switching hands and throwing the ball with his left hand and hitting the receiver still. I'm like, man, this dude is box office.
What's going on, Carl Campbell, and welcome to the show. Yes, AT says Dak is going to want $504 million for 9 years.
AT, come on, AT.
Hey, that's fact. I think Antonio Hightower is going to ask for a 10-year, 503,000 subscribers from ISN after this deal. So we'll see, man. But we're going to get into a fun question here. If you could trade if you could trade for one defensive player, who would it be? And now consider compensation and contract. So you say, well, I'll just take the best player in the NFL, but then you would have to give up a lot. Who would it be if you could make one trade for one defensive player on any team?
I guess it would probably have to be Terrell Edmonds.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah, okay. Explain yourself.
Well, if anybody doesn't know, Tremaine Edmonds was basically he was basically the Isaiah Simmons before Isaiah Simmons, except he's more of an actual linebacker.
Okay.
About 6'5", 250, can run, athletic. He just didn't have – he was basically like Jared Davis.
Yeah.
He had all the talent, but he didn't have it put together. And I don't think he's a very good fit for that Bill scheme. I think he's actually a perfect fit for this Matt Patricia scheme. Because he can rush the passer. It's one of the actually things he did in college. He can rush the passer. He's athletic. He's big. He could take on blockers. And maybe we could teach him how to cover. I mean, he has the talent to cover, so maybe we could teach him how to cover. Because give a linebacker, not only add speed to the linebacker core, add talent, which is two things that linebacker core needs, especially. And then he already has the size.
Joe Burns says, I'd take Khalil Mack. Okay. From Chi-Town. What say you? What say you? And please don't say a toilet seat. You know how much you like toilet seats. I know you like to trade for stuff that requires to be in a toilet, but just tell me who you would like to take on.
I'm taking the player that I'm taking. If I could take any player, this guy is probably one of the most underrated players in the National Football League, and he is a beast. And that's no other than Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones. I'm taking Chandler Jones. Who? Chandler Jones. Who can get to the quarterback? I want players that can get to the quarterback, and nobody in the NFL gets to the quarterback like Chandler Jones. I want a guy on my defense that can go and put the pressure on the quarterback, and not only put the pressure on the quarterback, go and make the sack.
That's a facts on facts cry, man. I think that would be a quality addition for sure, no doubt about it. I think that would be a good addition for sure. That would be for sure. And I already talked about Chris Jones. I think that would be a fantastic addition for me. but I'm gonna be greedy, and I'm gonna be a guy who's gonna do the easy route here. I'm going Aaron Donald. I want that interior, that defensive line to smack quarterbacks. I hate Aaron Rodgers, and I'm tired of him standing in the pocket. I want him to get hit. Aaron Donald can do that. He can hit people. He can punch him in the mouth. I want to punch him in the mouth. I want to break his legs. I don't like him. I don't like that guy. And he would take a break against Chicago because I love their quarterbacks.
Right.
But I want the interior of this defensive line just to be scary. I know other people say this, that, and the other, but that's what I want. I want interior. Right. And if I could get Aaron Donald, I'll give up whatever. I give it up because I just want to win. Son of a ow. I hurt myself.
You okay, Mike?
I want Aaron Rodgers to get hurt and wait for him to get hurt and wait for us to get back to that 2014 defense is through the interior. We had Ndamukong Suh that year.
Right.
He was killing it. What's going on? Mondo Ray Moore, welcome to the chat. And this is dedicated to Travis Troxel, Troxel Sports Talk, because he had a very bad accident. So we are trying to have fun. What's going on, Dern? Welcome in here, brother. So send prayers out to Travis Troxel of Troxel Sports Talk, please, with the prayer sign, #TruckStrong, because he had a car accident and him and his family got hurt and his wife took the brunt of it. So make sure you do the prayer signs, and that's what it's all about. I would take Bosa. I do like that for sure. I love Bosa. That's facts on facts. He'd be a quality addition. I just want that. I want that interior, man. Right. I love interior, and that's what I want. I want to see one more move. I don't care who. Get someone in the interior. Make me happy.
Well, yeah, we've been talking about that for a very, very long time. They still haven't done it yet.
They still ain't done it yet. So tell me in the chat who you guys want. Who do you guys want? I would release Stafford and keep Travis Troxel. Yeah, that's facts on facts right there.
Facts on fact, baby.
Puck the Fackers. That came from Mitchell Proper. What's going on, man? Hollywood 80. What's going on? #TruckStrong. That's facts on facts. Now, Tone, I'm going to throw it to you offensively. If you could trade for one offensive player, who would it be? Same circumstance.
I guess that had to be Henry Ruggs.
Oh, wee, woo, wee, wee, wah.
Because this team needs an actual deep threat who can do more than just run in a straight line, not like Marvin Hall.
Okay.
Nobody on this team can separate at the moment. Like, this team makes their money off of contested catches, and that's fine and all, but that means Stafford has to be on his A game pretty much all the time.
Yeah, he's got to be on his A game for sure. Exactly.
If he put the ball in the wrong place, they're not gonna do nothing. And it's not like these receivers are that super hard to shut down. If you're a longer, stronger cornerback, you can shut down Kenny Galladay easily. Byron Jones showed that against the Cowboys game. Had him on one-on-one island the whole game. Couldn't do nothing. Yep. So that's what his team really needs, is a deep threat who can do more than run a straight line. Henry Ruggs in college, he's super fast. Realistically, like if you saw this man run the 40, he made a 4.2 look the easiest in the world. Okay. He ran the 4.2 like it was nothing. He ran it like he wasn't struggling. Man has crazy speed, acceleration. His he has elite ability after the catch. He can return kicks. Like, he can pretty much do everything you want.
Oh, okay. JoJo Burns says, Odell Beckham Jr. Chase Young would be a quality addition to that defense. Should be DK Metcalf. Oh, my God. DK Metcalf is a monster, bro. Yeah, and that TA's guy. That's TA's guy. A man who knows football. And he said DK Metcalf was
actually hate DK Metcalf.
Man, yeah. Let me put it set the record straight on DK Metcalf. A lot of people was pretty much saying that this dude was going to be a workout warrior. See, the thing of it is that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, the guy is a physical specimen out there. We know that. But at the same time, the dude came in and just started taking off and started balling. And he proved a lot of people wrong. And that's what you got to do, man. A lot of people think we can't be so high that we think that we know everything about football. You don't ever want to be like that where you think, yeah, I know what type of player this is going to be, because you don't know. You don't ultimately, none of us know how the players are going to tremendously turn out until they get into the NFL and start putting on the pads on Sundays. And once you saw DK Metcalf start handling his business, you knew that, they got a weapon over in Seattle now. And that's what you saw. You didn't see a guy that just was a workout warrior. You saw a guy that they talked about in the combine and said that this guy was basically a guy that can't run routes, can't do this, can't do that. And what did he come in the NFL do? He tore it up. He tore the NFL up. So you can't ever put your mouth on a guy and say you actually know what that type of player is going to be, because you don't know. The same thing with Lamar Jackson. They were saying that he should be a receiver. He came and proved everybody wrong. No, I'm not a receiver. I'm a quarterback, and that's what I'm going to be. And these guys came and proved it wrong. So I love the fact that DK Metcalf proved everybody wrong.
And he was a monster, bro.
Yeah, like I still think he's extremely overrated, though. Like the thing about DK Metcalf is, even coming out of college, when you looked at him on tape, he was big, strong, and fast. That's pretty much it. He's big, strong, and fast. It's not that hard to get him yards and catches, especially when you play a Russell Wilson, who last year was like the second best quarterback in the league. But what does DK Metcalf struggle with? It's not that quick. It's not that agile. You put him on a short route, he's going to struggle. He actually is, surprisingly, he drops the ball more than you would think he would. So what did they do? Just see how it's basically just said, just run deep all the time. That don't mean he's a bad player, but it kind of means he's one-dimensional. And I doubt he will ever break out of that dimension, especially with how, like, his three-cone and all that stuff. He was like, it's overblown. It's not overblown. You look at the tape. He looks pretty stiff when he has to run sideways. When he has to move laterally, it looks awkward. But you put him in Seattle with Russell Wilson, probably the second best quarterback in the league. It's him and Mahomes, and it's not nobody else is even close. You just tell him to run deep the whole game all the time, then no cornerback is gonna press this man. You play off this man, he can run past any corner. So like, I don't hate DK. And the thing about DK, I think a lot of people was like, well, I don't know how this guy fell out the first round. He fell out the first round for a reason. But at the same time, he does a job and he does it well. But I don't know if he could do anything else other than that job.
And see, that's the thing about a player, is that I look at it from this aspect on a player. Like when you draft a guy, you don't initially know how this guy's going to be, but I think his work ethic is going to pay off for him, and I think he's going to learn. He's only a rookie, so you got to give them rookies time to learn the routes, time to do all the things they need to do. The same thing that a lot of people are saying about TJ Hockenson right now. Like TJ Hockenson, oh man, he came in balling, he's going to be the man. But he had a rookie, he had a what you want to call a rookie's dump off for a second, where he wasn't doing that well. They wasn't giving him the ball, and when he was getting the ball, he was dropping it in the end zone and stuff like that. These guys are going to make mistakes, and you got to give them the room to grow. That's in your rookie season. If you're doing good out there and you out there killing, that's definitely excellent. But at the same time, I think how we should judge the players, give them like a 2 to 3 year window where you're able to really examine them.
Hey, and we got 182 in the chat. If you have not hit that like button, please hit that like button, please, please, please. And this is dedicated to Travis Troxel Sports Talk, because he got in a car wreck. His wife has a lot of issues going on. So please, send some prayers his way. That would be absolutely awesome. TA, if you could trade for one player, who's it going to be?
Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry. Patrick Mahomes is one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. And if I can get Mahomes, I know everybody like crucify him. He didn't say Matthew Stafford, but come on, man. If you can get a guy like Mahomes on your team, and this guy come in right away and just start balling, you got to love that, man. And I love Matthew Stafford. I think he's a phenomenal quarterback. But if I can get Pat Mahomes, oh my.
God.
That's all I can say.
Woo! Antoine uses hi. What's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. He says, what up, do with all the fellas? Long time no see. Antoine, thank you so much for that super chat of $10. You are the MVP with your 25 pack you're showing there. And we appreciate. I got a keg going on right now, but man, I'm glad.
Workout warrior, baby.
Workout warrior. So I truly appreciate it, brother, and welcome back. So you're gonna take Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm taking Mahomes all day.
Okay. I see that, man. I tell you what, I think I'm gonna trade ESPN for Dan Orlowski. I think Dan Orlowski will bring us the championship. I think that'd be great. No, I'm not gonna do the big names. I'm not gonna go there. But I'm gonna do one big name. Sort of a big name. Derrick Henry. Yeah. Imagine that man with DeAndre Swift. Holy cow, man. Run the football. Derrick Henry, my favorite player in the NFL. Man, this dude would be eating fools up, man. He would not be able to stop the run. He's so big and strong. What he did to New England, what he did to the Ravens. Good Lord, man. I would love to have Derrick Henry on this team. I wanted him the last 2 years I've been calling for this guy, and it's not going to happen because it's signed a deal. But I would love Derrick Henry. I would absolutely dig it. Henry, run the football. How do you stop it? It guarantees running the football. Let's see. I'm out on not my homeboy personal known reason. I'm taking Lamar Jackson. Okay. Hey, that's not a bad take at all, Moore.
That's my guy too. So that's not a bad one, man.
I love Deebo Samuel. Oh no, definitely. Deebo Samuel is one of my favorite draft picks last year. Man. That dude's a monster. Jalen Ramsey, that would be a good pick too. Okay. I think Danny O is going to do good for ESPN. He wasn't a good Detroit Lion, but he is a good broadcaster. I think he'll do fine there. Deebo Samuel, I like him, man. He was a great draft pick for that. I mean, that's what helped them go there. And
it seemed like a lot of people would want Jamal Adams too on his team.
He would trade Trump Tower for anybody in the league. Okay, so we'll trade Trump Tower for Christian Jones. No, man, I don't want Christian Jones. Okay. So,
like 200 and go.
200 go. Pass go, and the IRS is going to collect a lot of money. So here's a funny take, Tone. Okudah stated he's never attended an NFL game. What's your thoughts about that? And have you attended a game? And if so, what game?
So I attended a game. I attended a game like a very long time ago. I think I did. I think I attended a Falcons game before, like an extremely long time ago. I'm not surprised Okudah has attended an actual NFL game. A lot of college players probably haven't actually attended an NFL game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not that surprised. Especially, I mean, he lives in Ohio. I mean, he went to Ohio State. The two teams he could have went to see was the Bengals and the Browns.
Yeah, that's a long misery. And then he goes to the Detroit Lions. He's definitely used to a winning pedigree over there when it comes to NFL teams. TA, what say you, man? What do you think about that? And what games have you been to?
Man, I've been to the Cardinals game. You know, that was the last game. Cardinals and Lions was the last game I went to. Okay. And actually, you know, that's it. It's been a minute since I've been to a game besides that game, you know. Mm-hmm. But Okudah, never been to a never been to an NFL game. That's kind of crazy. But I can see it happening though, because these guys have to practice on their craft, and you know what I'm saying, they have games on Saturday, so pretty much you don't have as much time to get ready, you know what I'm saying, to be watching the NFL, going to an NFL game on Sunday. So I can see that. I can see why a guy like him has probably never been. But that's okay. You know, even though he's never been before, he's still going to be able to do something special for these Lions. They need that.
Yeah, man, they got to do something special. He's got to give them the strong D to make that defense much better. If Okudah, if Okudah can bring that strong D mindset, he can wreck anyone. He can definitely wreck anyone. You just got to have that strong D. Now, Monterey Morse, the last game I attended was the Giants game this past season. Okay, that was quick. Puffed up, says the free game. I remember that when the Vikings thing went down. Usually go to Detroit versus Minnesota. Always good. Yeah, because you live there. So no doubt about it. Also, NFL games are expensive. Yes, they are. Here's some real news, though. NFLPA votes not to have a preseason. The NFLPA, not the NFL, but the NFLPA. Tone, is this giving you concerns? Because I feel like every day I'm getting a little bit more worried about the NFL season, man.
I guess kind of. I think the NFLPA starting decided it's probably not worth the risk to have the preseason, because you don't want something bad to happen. It's better. You probably rather just have the regular season, because you can kind of accomplish a lot of stuff you would in the preseason. And in training camp, the only thing is with you not having training camps with other teams, you're not going to see how these players perform against other players. But if anything could have been removed, it was the preseason.
Yeah. Yeah, well, look, the NFLPA is starting to scare me a little bit because, yes, I am concerned about the season, TA. They voted to not have preseason. Does that concern you?
Yeah, that definitely concerns me. For one, it's concerning me because, like Tom said, the training camp means everything, especially to the players that are trying to make the roster. You got to really think about that and hone in on that for a second. The guys that are trying to make the roster, they need this, because it's their greatest opportunity to show what they can do. You got guys that's undrafted that's going to be out there fighting for positions and jobs. And then you got guys that's going to be coming in trying to make the roster that's already on the team from previous seasons. They're going to be trying to make the team. So I think that it's kind of bad, man. If they don't have a preseason, it's going to be tough, because basically, how would you know what players to keep? How would you know? Because basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be scouting your players to get them ready for week 1 of the NFL season, and even if you have a season. So it's really things. So I think we need to just keep our eyes kind of on basketball to see what they do, because they're coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
I think it's July 30th that these guys start getting going. So I think that that's a great indicator of where we're going to go, especially with sports, because these guys are going to be in a bubble down in Orlando, in a resort down there in Disney, whatever. But at the same time, you have to keep your eye on them. But then that they could possibly rule out the preseason, and that's not a good thing. You want to be able to see what these young guys can do to be able to give them a legitimate shot to make the roster.
Folks, my side job is YouTube. I talk Detroit Lions. Yes, I'm concerned, because what am I going to talk about? What? Man, I'm worried, man. Of course I'm worried. And I want a season, but I get it. The NFLPA wants to side with the players and the families. It makes common sense. But I'm selfish as can be. I want to see football, so yeah. I'm very concerned about this. And it seems like each day passing by, something else comes up. And you're going to notice the next couple of questions is talking about in depth of kind of about this situation. It's building up. Now they're talking about schools maybe not starting in time, and I'm extremely worried. Estrada says, if you had to pick between AB or Josh Gordon, who do you pick? I pick the asteroid. To me, that's the best one there. I'm just worried about green. It is definitely green. I'm worried about those two, but this is going to bring me to the next question, and it's the NFLPA is angry the NFL plans for a season. Thoughts? Now, this goes into it, TA. What's your thoughts that they're angry that they're planning for a season? That's not good, man.
I mean, no, it's not. No, it's not good. It's not good. But I mean, what can you do? Basically, we're kind of held up at a point where we don't know what's going to happen. Everybody is wanting the season to go down. They want it to go down, and then there's people that's saying, "Hey, I don't think that you guys are going about it the right way." And you're going to have that. You're going to have two groups of people. You're going to have the people that want to get out there and play, and then you're going to have the people that are very concerned about what conditions are you meeting out there for us to be able to get out there and play. And I just think that they all just need to slow down a little bit and just let this thing go. Continue to wear your mask, do whatever you got to do. Your social distancing, whatever you got to do, so that eventually that these guys can get out there and play, because we know that football is the number one sport in America. We know that people love football and people are crazy over football. And as crazy as it sounds, you just got to see what is going to transpire, and you got to just let cooler heads prevail.
Melomo dropped a $9 super chat. He says Stafford for MVP. I say Melomo for MVP. He is also a member of my channel. I really appreciate it, guys. I do a show every single day for members only, and all you got to do is become a member of my channel, and you can enjoy it. It's 1 p.m. Eastern time every single day, Monday through Friday. So if you want to become a member, hit the link below. But I appreciate you, Melomo. You're the MVP. I see 240 some in the chat. Please hit the like button. This is dedicated to Travis Troxel. If you hit that like button, just think about hitting it for prayers for Travis Troxel and his family, because what they went through, guys, if you don't know, again, I'm going to keep saying it. We need prayers for them because they got into a car accident and his wife took the brunt of it. Multiple surgeries, multiple breaks. And I think she's in surgery right now as we speak. So please put the prayer signs up, #TroxStrong. And we appreciate you. And I'm sure he's listening, and he needs it, man. So this is what it's all about, is one family, one pride. And we come together and support each other in need. And right now, Travis Troxel is in need. I'm going to be doing shows on Travis Troxel's channel as I am Travis to help him out. Same with Derek P. Fields. And that's what we're going to do. But Antonio Hightower, what do you think about NFLPA being upset that the NFL is planning for a season?
It's not surprising, to be honest. Even in the NBA, there's a bunch of players who don't even really want a season. But as a player, you got to understand the NFL is a business, and if they don't operate, they lose money. The NBA is losing money right now. Yeah. Most teams are scared they're going to lose salary cap, so that's going to affect that's going to affect how much money the NBA teams have, and how much money you're getting paid. Yep. It's going to affect your money, because your money just went up by adding that another playoff team and by adding another regular season game. Your money might go down, but I'm not surprised they think this way. But you got to look at it like their business. They're going to do anything they can to make this season happen.
That's facts on facts, man. And this goes into my next question. Again, it's talking about the training camp, and it says when it comes to the media, they're going to extremely limit media in training camp. And I will start first. Why does this concern me? First off, I can guarantee you there's going to be no fans at training camp this year. I love going to training camp. I like to evaluate talent, and that sucks. We can pretty much say if they're making it extremely limited for media, I have a good feeling they're making it non-existent for us fans to go talk to them, and that really, really sucks. Secondly, why does this worry me? Because now we're going to get less news of what's going on in training camp. I enjoy reading what's taking place, who's excelling, who's not excelling. How is the development of the rookies? How is the development of the new individuals we got from the Patriots, the free agents? This concerns me because, again, this is my time away from life, away from work, reading on the Lions, reading about football, reading about everything taking place. This is mine, and as a YouTuber, it's my job to give you what I think. And if I don't know what's going on, it's hard for me to give you what I think, TA.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely true. It's man, I don't know, man. I just don't know. We just at a standstill as far as fans go, the interaction with the players and knowing what they're gonna do. Because you get to see the camp battles go through. You're gonna see guys fight for positions, guys that are trying to be starters. They're gonna be fighting for positions and things of that nature. And by you not getting to be able to interact or do anything that you normally would do, it's going to be different, man. And we got to take it that way and handle it that way, that it's going to be different this season. If we have the season this year, it's going to be different. And I can accept that. I can accept that it's going to be different. But at the same time, I do want to see some football.
Set up donations for Trox and his family like we did in Everything King. Yes, we're going to do that on the side. We're coming up with the idea right now. This just happened, and we have not really come together on it, but we're coming up with that when it comes to what I don't want to do is do it on my channel via super chat, because that's what ended up happening with Everything King. I want to be able to set it up where it goes straight to him, because what happened last time is I got super chats for donations, and then I turned and I super chatted it to Everything King. Plus I matched everything. This time I want to make sure that it goes straight to him, but we're coming up with that idea, James Willis. Best believe it's going on. So we got things in the works. Don't worry. Of course, that's our boy. It's sad, man, but we're coming up with ideas. We're definitely and what could take place too, James Willis, is me and Derek are going to be going live on his channel. At that point, then we can do it, because it just goes straight to Travis. There's no other change of finances. So if I go live on his channel, then if you super chatted his channel, it goes to Travis, not to me. So I think that's the best route to go. And we're going to try to get that up and running by Monday. So yeah, so expect it by Monday. Hopefully that's it. Right. But Tone, what say you, man? They're taking it for real, man. They want to limit the media for training camp.
I don't think it's going to affect the team that much, because most of the outlets, they usually report the same news. It's just like multiple outlets that do it. Sometimes they report different news, because sometimes they focus on different stuff, but usually they all report the same stuff. This player did this. This player wasn't here. So I don't think it's going to affect us that much. You're just not going to see as much volume of the news you usually see, but I don't know how much it's really going to affect us as fans.
Yeah. Robert says our nation is showing how weak we are as Americans, that we put pleasure over life and duty, call it right to die. Football is very important, but it's not everything. No, that's 100% facts. That's 100%
I agree with that. True. Yeah, it's more important things in life than football. I agree with that.
That's 100% right. That's 100% right. Am I gonna cry? No, it's just something that I want. Of course I want it.
And like a kid, if I can't get it, guess what? I'm gonna throw a tantrum. No,
Prayers for Troxel's family. Absolutely. Again, if you're new on here, we got 222 in the chat. Hit that like button. This is dedicated to Travis Troxel. Hashtag Troxel Strong. He got into a car accident the other night. Him, his daughter, and his wife. He messed up his hand, but his daughter is safe. Thank God. Thank the Lord. But his wife took the brunt of it. She's had multiple breaks on your arm, dislocated shoulder, broken wrist, broken ribs, lacerations, and surgery as we speak right now. So please do hashtag Trox Strong. Throw that into the community post, as well as prayer signs. No doubt about it, man. I think camp battles will get leaked out. That I hope so. If it goes on, get leaked to something. We just need to know something, my man. I fiend for it. Here's another one, TA. If no season occurs, what does this mean for the NFL draft? Big question.
Wow. Mike, that is definitely
big question.
Man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy. I'm not even thinking about the draft already. I'm not even thinking about the draft.
Well, we're sitting.
We just have to have it early. That's the only thing I can think about it. We would have to have it early.
My thinking was we're going through a lot as a nation right now. That's facts. That's all. Every one of us is going through it. My brother got COVID. I think everybody's going through it as a nation right now. And for me, like we all deal with daily grind, whatever it is, work struggles. I lost 30% of my staff at my job.
Right.
Travis Trox, we're all going through it. And
hours being cut on your jobs.
Hours being cut on the job. Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of stuff going on, every single one of us. And my outlet is football or the gym. And I can't go to the gym. So because it's locked down, at least where I'm at. But if we're picking third in the draft and there's no season, because we picked third last year, I'm going to assume it would just roll over, right? Well, what are you going to do? You can't just roll over.
I think I finally take my quarterback.
I'm taking your quarterback then?
I'm taking a quarterback finally. Yep.
Okay, if the NFL doesn't play, neither does NCAA. I say no draft. Okay, so he says no draft. That would be crazy, Tone. That would be crazy. What say you, man? No season.
Yeah, I doubt we get no draft. Even if the NCAA season doesn't happen, we most likely will still get a draft. Because even then, like that's like a whole year wasted out of all those players.
Yeah.
I don't know if those players or the NFL want that to happen. The NCAA is in a weird state because the NCAA, like the NFL has basically said, we want all teams to participate. And the NCAA is split up in, you got Power 5, then you got outside of Power 5. And even those specific conferences have said if one team is not able to participate, we might just move on without them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I don't know how much that would really affect the draft. If we do not have a season, I wonder how they would give out the ordering, because I don't think they would let it roll over, because I don't know how fair that would be. I think a lot of teams wouldn't think that's fair. They might do some kind of like the NBA does, except with like all 32 teams.
A lottery.
And then teams with maybe like projected records or the previous records get a higher chance of getting like a good ball. Like the Lions have a higher chance of getting the number 1 pick than the Chiefs. I figure that's something they might have to do, because if the Lions get the number 3 pick again next year after just having a number 1, 3 pick, and we already feel like they shouldn't have had a number 3 pick, that's just not going to be fair.
Right.
Hey, give me the number 1 pick, man. I'm not going to. I tell you what, man, if there was no NFL season, that would be interesting, because I'm already going in. Me and TA talk about this all the time. We're already talking about players in college. We're just talking about how we're going to do some draft profiles. I know that sounds crazy, but if we, oh my God. Robert dropped a $10 super sticker. Robert, you are a super person, man. I truly appreciate you. That is going back into the channel. No doubt about it, folks. I really, really appreciate you. We put a lot of time and work into it. I made a video that took 3 days to make. It was fantasy football. If we don't have a season, that video is essentially worthless. But
no, they can still use it as a guide.
Yeah, they can use it as a guide. But I really appreciate you, Robert, man. Absolutely awesome. Lions Disease is a Detroit Lions YouTuber. If you're a Lions YouTuber, tell me that you're a YouTuber, or if you're just a YouTuber itself, let me know so I shout you out. We will run many games to get a good draft. So what would you think, man? TA, would we have a lottery? That could possibility where, again, like Tone says, if you had a worse record, or do you think it would be the 3rd pick in the draft? What would you rather have?
I would rather have the 3rd pick in the draft, even though that would be probably unfair to some teams, but I don't care, man. Especially when you're the Lions, everything is unfair.
I know. We get the lottery for some reason. We get the 32nd pick in the draft.
Yeah, I would definitely be looking for that heir apparent quarterback to learn behind Matthew Stafford. This time, man. It's time. When you've been here for 12 seasons and you did with the best that you could do, it's time to eventually look for the guy that's going to be behind him. I'm not saying replace him right away, but what I am saying, you need to be scouting and looking for your new quarterback that's going to lead the team in the future.
Ben Diesel, man, welcome back, bro. Much love to Ben Diesel. He's a good dude. He says Mahomes cap hit the first 3 years of contract, 5.3. Yeah, it's a back-end contract.
Yeah, back-end.
2021, yep, and 2022 back-end contract. And that's fine now. But at some point, you're going to have to pay up.
You got to pay him. Yeah,
you got to pay that money, man.
Yeah.
Trey Lance, yes, Trey Lance. Depending where and this is possible, guys. It's dead serious. The way that this is turning out, each day, the more news I see, it scares me, fellas. It does, man. And, it is what it is, because football's a different type of sport. See, when it comes to the NFL, they're running into each other, they're touching each other, they're hitting each other it's a physical game. Unlike baseball, it's not physical, and there's not that many people in there. So they can get away with it.
You can get physical in baseball if you start throwing those paws on somebody. You can get physical. when the team come out the dugout, it can get physical.
That's right, man. You know what happens, man? If you're a pitcher and you don't like the player and you got COVID, just throw the ball and make him come and hit you. Oh, I got you COVID. Has Mike ever drove while intoxicated? No, I have not. I don't actually drink alcohol, OnePride Nation. I don't drink alcohol at all. I don't know. The last time I had a drink was actually the NFL draft. Before that, I haven't drinking in a year. I don't drink that much. Football will happen. Coronavirus will magically disappear after November. That's true. It very well could, but the NFL season starts in September. That's the issue. How about every team make the playoff? Season starts in January with the new president. Okay, that's what he wants.
Ooh, okay,
that would be interesting to start in January for a football season. It's possible. It's possible. But another thing was suggested is players could opt out for this year. Say the season goes on, TA, but the players could opt out.
Wow.
Now, if players opt out, how does that affect the Lions? How does it affect the NFC North? How does it affect the NFL in general or for our schedule?
If the players decide to hop out of there and opt out of it, then it's nothing you could do about it because the players are pretty much caring about the condition of their selves, their families. They don't want to go home and take this stuff home to their family members, their wives, their children, things of that nature. So it has a huge effect. This definitely has a huge effect. So they don't want to do those things. So I think that's what the players will be looking at, going home and affecting others, as far as family members and close friends and stuff like that.
Tone, if players decide to opt out and that becomes an option, who do you think would opt out and how does that affect our schedule, our team, and the NFL in general?
So I think the NFL, actually compared to the NBA, is going to have a lot less. They might have less opt-outs, which is crazy because they got more players. Because a lot of NFL players are already training for the season. Guys like Matthew Stafford, Mario Riarie, even a guy like Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers said it a couple months ago. The NFL tells me I can come play. I'm coming. There's no question about it. They call me. They say it's ready. I'm going. So the real thing is how your team is going to look at you, right? Because then you like a guy like Trey Flowers, like I'm putting a risk out there of me getting it, but you don't. But it depends on the situation. Because like apparently, like everybody in the NBA, his son has had problems with diseases that attack your immune system like that. So he's not even risking it. But like it's like a situational thing. Like I wonder how your teammates would look at you. Like hey, I'm going out there. I'm putting myself at risk. What about you?
Yeah. That's facts. That's 100%. It would be interesting to see if the opt-out thing does occur. I actually agree 100% with Lions disease. So certain players that opt out will face retribution, unfairly so, but it would happen. I agree. I 100% agree with you. And work at stadiums. That's interesting. I don't know how it works. It just depends. I'm sure you'll get unemployment if you want to opt out, at least for my job.
Right.
If you really feel like you're going to get it, some of the employees actually get unemployment. So I think it just depends on each business or how the state operates.
I think, Mike, too, they would take some of your money, too, as well. They probably would take a little bit of your money. You wouldn't get all of it, but they probably would take a little bit. Okay, you're deciding to opt out? Okay, cool. We're going to take a percentage of your money. So
that very well could be. So I think that would be depending on each team, unless it's regulated by the NFL, in which that's not unclear. What's going on, Dad? Do live. He's a Detroit Lions YouTuber. Subscribe to his channel because I support all Lions YouTubers. Opt out. It would be interesting to see who would do that. I don't think any Detroit Lion would. If you look at Matthew Stafford, he's been working out with the fellas already. I don't see that happening with our team. Sharon Rodgers, possibly because he's Sharon Rodgers. He's a diva. He would opt out just because I would hope so. I don't like the guy. So it would be interesting to see who would opt out. Maybe Mitchell Trubisky. But yeah, I think Lions disease is correct. If people opt out, they'd kind of get blackballed. They would get blackballed, in my opinion. And even if it's unworthy of it, getting blackballed seemed to be the case.
Right.
But for sure, I agree with that assessment. The real question are going to be the fans that to the stadium that can catch. The real question is, are you going to be one of the fans that go to the stadiums to catch the virus? Robert, the real question is, can even fans go to the stadiums?
Right. That's the real question.
I don't even know if that's going to happen, TA.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen with that, Mike, as far as the fans. And I think if the fans do go, it's not going to be a lot of fans that be able to get in the games. It's only going to be a few. And believe me, when you get in there, you're going to be social distancing. You're not going to be that close with that many people. So I don't know, man. This is gonna be tricky, man. How they do how they decide to bring the people and implement the people into the NFL. How are they going to do this? You know, because it's not only that though, Mike, the people behind the scene, you know, the guys that like the trainers and stuff like that that take these guys up. It's a lot of things that got to go into this.
Yeah. And I want to give you guys an update on the down low. I can't say what business, but my mother-in-law is a scientist. She's a chemist, and she's actually working on the serum to combat the coronavirus. I spoke with her 2 days ago, and they have a serum that is right now in trials. And she works for a company, and she is there, and the trials is looking good right now. So from an inside point of perspective, people are being tried on this this antivirus antidote type thing, and it's looking good right now. So hopefully she can get that, you know, the full everything done. But that's what she told me. So for sure. But yeah. Do you think there's going to be fans? Would you, Tone, go to a game this year if there is no, if COVID's still going on the way it is right now? Tone?
I'm not going to any game.
Okay.
It looks as good as spend all that money on that TV. I'm gonna use it. It's as good on my TV as it does in real life.
That's facts. That's facts. I don't even think there. In all honesty, guys, I don't think if there is season, I don't even think fans are going to be able to go. And if so, it'd be very few. I think that's what's going to be the case. If there's even a season, I'm getting every day my percentage of thinking that there's a season goes down each and every day. How could you regulate distancing in stadiums? Would be very difficult. Actually, there's people at Ford Field. I can tell you this now that really pay a lot of attention to where you sit at, because I go to the practice games. And when you go to Ford Field, when they do family day, there are a lot of employees there making sure that you're not sitting in seats that are designated for fans who are there 24/7. Mike, can you read Mike? Okay, here he says. Anthony, he says, Mike at the panel, if Ford family sells the Lions fans, who do you guys want to buy the team if they had a choice? Interesting question.
Man, that's very interesting.
Who would you want them to buy the Lions, TA? Because I know you want them to sell the team.
Yeah, if they sold it to somebody, I don't know, man. I don't know what person out there that I think that would be able to because number one, what I'm looking for, I'm not looking for them to take the Lions out of the city of Detroit by far. Number one, I don't want to see that happen. So basically, I'm looking for somebody that's willing to just revamp the team. And what I mean by revamp, I want uniforms revamped. I want something different for the Lions. You know, I'm tired of the gray and I love the blue. I'll keep the Honolulu blue or whatever, but I want something a little different with the uniforms. I would try to revamp everything that the Lions had, you know, and just have those uniforms as throwbacks and just bring something new in, black helmets, something different to change this team up. But I don't know per se who's out there that I would really be keeping my eyes on, but it's somebody that would not move the team to another city.
I'd like to rename the channel to #TroxStrong, because this show is dedicated to Travis Troxel and his family as they got into a car wreck. Again, please send prayers and #TroxStrong into the chat. I'm sure he's listening right now, and they truly, truly need it. So, guys, this is about him. We got to show love to our guy. If you've not hit that like button, I've seen there's 342 in the chat. Please hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I see a lot of people are in here. I think it's about 60% of the people that listen to my content are not subscribers, and it really helps put the content out there. And so about that, man. So absolutely, when it comes to that, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. And like NFL could simulcast games at movie theaters and drive-in screens. That would be interesting. If they were doing a video game, we would definitely be losing all the time. And so that would suck. Yes, #TroxStrong. I appreciate it, man. #TroxStrong. Yes. And what say you, Tone? What say you? If that was the case, what do you think, man?
So I would actually want an NBA owner by the name of Steve Ballmer for the Clippers. He's the owner for the Clippers. Because what you don't want, I'm going to make an NBA reference. If anybody knows about the Knicks, you know the Knicks are horrible. And you know one of the reasons the Knicks are horrible is because their owner is just a horrible owner. And you don't even have to be a good owner in sports to have a good team, and that shows you how bad he is. You know, in a way of dropping away players. You want a guy who's going to hire people. You want a person who's going to hire somebody and let them do their job, right? That's why I say somebody like Steve Ballmer for the Clippers. Now, the thing about it is, if they sell the team, there's a great chance it's going to be moved. There's a great chance it's going to be moved to like a bigger market. I don't see a way somebody buys the team and doesn't try to move it to like a bigger market.
I'll tell you what, man, that's my fear. If they sell the team, they'd move it to a bigger market. But if I could have one owner, the owner would be MicroMike, because I'll keep it in Detroit and I'll demand excellence. So I'll buy the Detroit Lions. Let me get a nice loan, guys. So I may need a little more super chat or something else. But I'll buy the Detroit Lions and I'll make sure it stays in Detroit and get a win.
Yeah, Mike.
Look, when it comes to the Detroit Lions, guys, the reason I say don't sell it is because my fear is they would leave Detroit. Like if Amazon, Jeff Bezos buys the Detroit Lions, do you really honestly think he would keep it in Detroit? I don't think so, man.
So you think somebody else would take the team away from here?
Yes. The market is just, it's not big as other markets. It's just not. I think they would take it out unless you find a Detroiter, like an Eminem type of guy that loves Detroit, or there's other wealthy billionaires and millionaires that probably like to go in on it. But my fear is if you get a Jeff Bezos, he'll take it out of here.
So, Mike, my question is this is a good question. So if you're the owner, say for instance, we had the role of the owner, what would you like to see being done to the Detroit Lions that you have not seen with the owners, with the Fords? You know, what did they do that you saw that if you were the owner of the Detroit Lions, what would you do to do something different from the old ownership?
Day one, and this is what I'm going to do. This is something I've complained about since the birth of my life, is I would go to the NFL. I would go to Roger Goodell, and I said, I will pull every single piece of advertising from Ford, from the NFL, from the National Football League, and from you, if you don't fix the officials cheating us for years, because something is going on, and we're always getting cheated out of games. And if you want to play these games with me, I'm going to pull all my ad revenue, and I am going to make a massive fit to every single news station about how we feel that the referee is cheating the Detroit Lions, because I feel that's what takes place. And they're taking our niceness for a weakness. They're taking our lack of leadership from the top down, because it is insane year after year after year that the Lions get cheated out. And what if the NFL cares about money? That's what I'm going to do. Straight up, that'd be the first thing I do. And if they want to play hardball, I'd yank the ads. I'd yank it. And if they still want to play hardball, I'm going to say this. Well, guess what? We're not going to play a game until you make a change. Because I'm not playing. This has been going on for years, and we're tired of it. What's going on, Nathan Bush? Welcome, man. I appreciate you. But that's the first thing I'm going to do. What say you, Tone? What would be the first thing you want to see if we got a new owner?
If I was I would want to see a new owner who has patience. I think everybody wants to win so bad that you kind of push you force. I don't want to say you force development. You force a team to develop that's not ready to develop. So what you end up is you basically end up with the Rams, right? You start getting more older players who can win now, and then all of a sudden, if you don't win now you don't win the Super Bowl. Look at and then you all of a sudden you come at the next season, decline. Next season you probably gonna come back, decline again. Now you're stuck in a hole. You don't wasted most of your draft picks. Most of your young players are gone, and now you're just stuck in a hole full of a bunch of stuck in the old folks' home with a bunch of players who can't really do anything anymore. They're outside their prime. I want a team. First of all, you got to build a foundation. You got to build. People trying like last year,
right?
Everybody was like last year people was like they want to trade for Trent Williams. I'm like, don't trade for Trent Williams. Don't give up a first for Trent Williams. Now what happens if you don't win? Now you just wasted a first on a guy and now he's also an older guy too. I wanted to trade for Jalen Ramsey because he's actually he's one of the best corners in the league, and he's super young. But even if you don't like, a lot of teams go like, "Oh, we got to win now, win now."
Mm-hmm.
But what you're supposed to do is build your team up. Because if you keep trying to win now, it's gonna hurt the future of the team. And then what you win, you might win one Super Bowl, but now your team is trash for 10 to 15 years.
Yep.
Right. So what you want a team is that's patient, that gives realistic expectations. Like if the Forest told the Lions, "Oh, you had to win a Super Bowl this season," the fans might like it, but that's not a realistic expectation. What this expectation should be is improvement. We want improvement. We want to build a foundation, and we want this team to get to a point where you don't have to trade for this and that player because you well, I should say you have to trade for this and that player. Like the Lions wouldn't have to trade for a guy like Chandler Jones. We draft, and if you draft and develop, right. That's why I don't want the team to end up like basically like the Rams, these teams that they put all their apples in the bucket. And then when it don't work out, and they just left with what they left with. A bad salary cap, bad team, and no way to improve the team. Like, you don't want to be stuck in a situation like that.
That's facts. Folks, I see we have 357 in the chat. Please hit that like button and subscribe to every member on the panel currently right now. One of our guys is unable to be on for a while because he got injured, car rolled, and his wife's in some pain. Into surgery right now, broken bones. So hashtag Troxstrong and throw up the prayer sign. You haven't done so. This is dedicated to his family, and we need prayers for them. And that's what it's all about. We're one family here, and that's what it's all about, fellas. Antonio says, Mike and panel, how do you health guidelines and social distancing guideline affect the team to already have a problem with attendance and blackout rules? There's going to be no blackout rules. If they do that, you go ahead and throw that out the way, because that means there'd be 32 blackout games a week. Or sorry, there'd be 16 blackout games a week. So if there was a no attendance, they're not going to, they would overrule it. So I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, they would make sure it's on TV. I mean, for people to see, especially, there wouldn't be no blackouts.
Lions, these Fords are patient with the wrong people. I totally get it, man. Who wants to collab with me? Everybody. Buffed up as a prayer sign for Brandon Rodgers. We appreciate you. The Chiefs are going to be married to Mahomes and won't have any money. Absolutely. Hopefully they don't go through a bad divorce at some point.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. Even though like the Chiefs signed him to that huge deal, you got to think about the back end of it. Like guys like Travis Kelce and we already talked about Chris Jones. It's going to affect them, guys. They're going to lose a lot of key players because of this deal to Mahomes.
But at the same time, you got to pay the man. The guy is a monster, man. Robert says we're talking about we haven't won in 50 years. So all this patience we talking about, young men, some of us don't have it. The Lions is one of the richest franchises. The NFL team need to win. Hashtag we do got to win. I want to see them build it the correct way. You know, like if you look like a Steelers or you look at teams that are consistently winners throughout the year, that's something that I want. Just a constantly a playoff type of team. What the Red Wings used to be, right? They're always in the playoffs. That's kind of what you want. And do that way. So that's just my 2 cents. I want to win, and I want to win now.
Yeah, we want to win. We want to win. I mean, no franchise, Mike. I gotta say this, man. No franchise has suffered like how the Detroit Lions have suffered. Unless you're the Cleveland Browns, you know, you haven't been to the playoffs in a very long time. But we have suffered, man, as fans, and we want to be able to get to the playoffs. We want to win, not only to the playoffs and just say, hey, we're here. We want to win. We want to win, man. You can tell by the energy that we bring, but by just being YouTubers and doing and covering the Lions, we want to win. And I'm telling you, man, the Lions win. That's gonna mean a lot to us, man. If the Lions start winning and the organization starts turning around, man, that's gonna mean so much to us because we've been a franchise that has been pretty much the doormats of the NFL. We have been the butt of everybody's jokes. So you don't want to be that anymore. You want to be able to contend for playoff positioning every season, and you want to be able to build a winner. And if that means that we got to get rid of people and get the right people in here, then hey, so be it.
Oh,
And for all those older Detroit Lions fans in their 50s and 60s and older, late 40s, I feel you, man. You guys you've been through hell and back, and I can't be upset with the way you feel. I said when I was 14 years old, all I want to do is see a Super Bowl before I die.
Yeah,
I'm 35, man. So
I think Tone wanted to.
Can I say something though?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Here's something I want to say. I know people like the thing about this winning. Like a lot of people like the Lions haven't won in 50 years. One of the reasons the Lions haven't won in 50 years is the Lions keep trying to win too early. Think about, first of all, let's talk about the whole 2010s. What did the Lions do? They took shots at all the big time players. So you get guys like Ndamukong Suh, but then you get guys like Amir Abdullah.
Right.
You get guys like Ezekiel Ansah, but then you get guys like Eric Ebron. Right. But that's all for winning. You get guys like Glover Quinn and Stephen Tulloch and Rasheem Mathis, and it's gonna help you win now.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens after that? What happened? All them players decline. That's been one of the biggest problem with the Lions. The Lions keep trying to win. They keep trying to go, oh, I got to come in and win and make this big impact plays. And now it leads the team in basically a shell place. I want to ask y'all this. Anybody in the chat, what did the last regime leave for Bob Quinn coming into this regime? He had what? Matthew Stafford and Darius Slay.
A bad cap situation is what he
exactly.
left.
He had
very horrible.
Yeah, he basically had Matthew Stafford, Darius Slay, and a bunch of old players, right? And now we're in a much better situation, right? But if we keep trying to push winning, we're going to be in the same place. We might make the Super Bowl. We're not going to win, and we're just going to do the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
Pride Time says, "What's up?" Hashtag OnePride gang. Do hashtag Trox strong for his family because he's going through a rough time. And the one thing that Bob Quinn, that regardless of how you feel about his regime, is he's treating the Detroit Lions such as a business, the way you need to run it as a cap situation. General managers past have been terrible with the cap, just absolutely atrocious. And this is the one thing I absolutely love about Bob Quinn is he treating it like a business. We need to treat it like a business. And so we just need the fruits to come together now, because I feel like if it should come together this year. It should. It should. I'm not saying it will, but it should.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with everything that Tone just said. You know, and basically what I'm hearing from Tone, what he's saying is basically we need our players to be developed. You know, when we're drafting guys, we need these guys to turn out to be guys that are going to be effective. You know, when you go into the draft, I mean, every team, when they go into the draft, you have to have the mindset that the guys that I'm drafting is going to make my team a little bit better than it was the previous season. You have to understand that. We want guys on the team that's going to pan out. You want Jelani Tavai to be a monster in the middle. You don't want to have to keep getting linebacker after linebacker after linebacker. You want guys to be effective. I mean, I remember the years when we had DeAndre Levy in the middle, and I know everybody remember DeAndre Levy. Mm-hmm. DeAndre Levy was a beast. And we was like, man, this dude, until he got injured. After he got injured, he had nothing else to give us. And it was like, man, this dude was a beast. He was good at tackling and finding the ball, and he was a great coverage linebacker.
Yeah.
And that's what we need for our guys to do. We need for all of our positional guys to develop and to get better. We need the players that we draft to pan out. We don't want to keep doing this every single year where we're drafting guys and none of these guys are turning out to be impact players. That's what you need. You need the youth movement, but at the same time, you need these guys to be impactful out on the field so that they'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, do what they need to do on a regular basis.
One Pride Nation, Pride Ty B is a Detroit Lions YouTuber. So talk to him. He's a really good YouTuber. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't done so. Lions Disease, a Detroit Lions YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. One Pride Nation is Detroit Lions YouTuber. Subscribe to their channels. If you're a YouTuber, let me know, and I will throw your information in there. Hopefully, Collins will help. Look, you have to look what the Patriots do. And I know everyone hates this idea of look at the Patriots, but in a sense, they run it like a business. They lose a player, they just get another one. Yeah, they draft another one, just replaces it. And they're not spending a ton of money in free agency. They're using the draft. I think we got to draft consistently good and replace talent with draft picks instead of free agents at some point. because when you sign free agents, you don't get compensatory picks. You ruin the cap, and you can't just re-sign your own guys that you want to re-sign. To me, that's the issue, and I think we're seeing a flux with that right now. Okay, for sure. And so I think that's what you need to see overall. But at the same time, for that to occur, you have to win, because if this regime doesn't win, you can't do that, because obviously it's not working. So if we start winning, I think you're going to see it, because the way he drafts, to me, in my opinion, is very solid. I mean, Frank Ragnow, Kenny Galladay, picking up free agents, Halapoulivaati Vaitai, you're building the correct way. I think, in my opinion, that's the correct way to do it. Yeah, and we just got to see if it actually works. But that's, in my opinion, hashtag Troxel strong. Get well. Absolutely. Trox strong. James Willis, we appreciate that. Patriots all about younger and cheaper. Always Cam is cheaper, and he waited. They waited. They were patient.
Yep, they patient. That's what
Tone said.
Yes, that's what the
never overpay. Never. They never make bad deals.
They never make bad deals.
Very
well, they did make a trade for a wide receiver that wasn't too good, Mohamed Sanu. But other than that, they are smart.
And one of the biggest things the Patriots do is they don't draft project players. They trade for them once they don't do well. They trade. They draft high floor, low ceiling guys like Taylor Decker. Like when coming into the draft, Laramie Tunsil and Taylor Decker. Man, everybody was talking about Laramie Tunsil. Man, this dude's so talented. Taylor Decker's better right now. But coming into the draft, you wouldn't say that.
No. Well, he would have been better if he didn't get injured. But in another sense of why it hurts Detroit is when you have a winning franchise like New England, people are attracted to that. When you have a losing franchise like Detroit, people are not attracted to it.
They're not attracted to it. No, you're not going to get top caliber players. See, I know we got this imagination as Detroit Lions fans that we're going to just get any type of player. No, everybody is not beating down our doors, guys. Yep. Let's be real. Everybody's not beating down the Lions' door and say, hey, I want to be a part of the Lions. No, because they want to see the Lions win. That's when people start like, yeah, man, they got something special going on over there. And see, some of the players, even like with getting Mike Daniels last year, even though he believed that Patricia was a good coach, some of the players, they still, when you look at the situation, you want to go into a situation where you're like, okay, he's a younger coach. I think he's going to be pretty decent. But at the same time, when you're seeing him not win games and the team is not making the transition, then you got guys holding out. Even though they could sign with you, they would rather wait for a playoff caliber team because they know that they're not going to win with you.
Robert makes a great point, because we never draft the best player. We draft specialty. I think that's the past. We definitely used to do that a lot. I think Millenhue did that a lot. I think we're seeing now with Bob Quinn, he's going after guys like a Decker and a Frank Ragnow. I always believe kind of build through the trenches and just sit back and take the best player available, in my opinion. And we'll see if it actually works out. Don't know. Couldn't tell you. You got to win.
Quinn has like the exact opposite drafting style as Mayhew. Mayhew was
way
like
opposite. Yep.
Yeah. He said, I'm a draft. Mayhew basically said, I'm gonna go with talent. And you end up with like 2 or 3 good players, 4 good players, and a whole bunch of busts.
Yep.
And Quinn said, I'm gonna go with the guys I know gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go for, which means you might not get guys with the highest ceiling, especially because you're picking outside the top 10. If you're picking inside the top 10, it's like a whole nother situation. You might not get the guys with the highest ceiling, but you get guys who will contribute.
Right.
There was a little question mark when it comes to Isaiah Simmons. What position can he play? He took Jeff Okudah because he knows exactly what position he can play. There was people he could have taken with that second round pick, but he took the best player available. In my opinion, DeAndre Swift, I don't know how he lasted there. He should have been the first running back. And I think he's drafted very well. I think they're obviously every general manager has question marks. Tease Tabor question mark. But I think Awarie, fantastic pick. I think that Bob Quinn's doing a good job. And if you've noticed, we're not taking a wide receiver early. We've done that in the 3rd round. Kenny Galladay, we take Cephas in the 5th round. We take Amani. Like, he's drafted really well. Amani Awarie, getting him in the 5th round was ridiculous.
That was a steal. That was definitely a steal because that's building on the youth.
Yes, absolutely ridiculous. So, but at the same time, when it comes to Bob Quinn, you got to win or he's going to be gone. You have to hold him accountable for W's. If you don't win, hey, that's on you, bro. That's on you. You got to win. But another thing is the Detroit Lions, their facility, Ford Field, their stadium was ranked 19th best in the NFL. TA, first off, what do you think is the best NFL stadium, and what do you kind of think the Detroit Lions Ford Field is?
Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Personally, because I haven't been to all the stadiums. I would love to do a tour and be able to go across country and go to every single stadium to find out who fans are the craziest, because I'm sure there's some crazy fans out there. But man, the Lions fans are dedicated, man. Mm-hmm. You're talking about a franchise that does not even win, and the fans are there every Sunday, and they're filling up the seats every Sunday. They're driving down and tailgating every Sunday. So when I think that's a fair assessment for the Lions. If they're in the middle somewhere, like you said, 19 somewhere in there, I think that's a fair assessment for them, because you got to think about it. They're not a winning franchise, and by not being a winning franchise, you don't think that a lot of fans would come out. But fans in Detroit, they love football, and they will come out and support the Lions, even though the Lions have had a bad product on the field for several seasons. The fans continue to come out no matter what and continue to support the team, because the Lions pretty much is their team.
And Jorge is a great question. After we answer this, folks, you guys ask us the questions, and it doesn't have to be Detroit Lions related. It can be anything related to whatever your favorite team, because guess what? There's 291 in the chat, and I guarantee you 291 of them are not just Detroit Lions fans. But we will answer your question, hashtag ISN, or if you do hashtag Troxstrong. I would prefer that, or prayers hands up for Travis Troxel. But what say you, Tone? What's your favorite stadium? And what do you think about Lions being ranked 19?
So I haven't been to that many stadiums, so a lot of it is going to be based off of stuff I hear about the stadiums. My favorite stadium is hard. I think my favorite stadium might be the Chargers Stadium. Okay. I just find that stadium so funny, because if you don't know about how the Chargers fans work, they basically have no fans. Every single game is like a roll game. Somebody said on Twitter the other day, they're the only team in the NFL with 16 roll games.
Oh man, that's not fair.
It's when they play other teams, they played the Packers. It was more Packers fans than Chargers fans.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man, you gotta feel bad for the Chargers.
Like that might be my favorite stadium, but there's always the Seahawks stadium. I mean,
oh yeah, that'd be lit, man.
I mean, can we talk about how loud that stadium is? I mean, it's built to be loud. I mean, they call the 12th man for a reason. Yeah, that stadium is loud. You come to that stadium, you can't hear nothing. If you're on the offense, you're gonna mess up. If you're on the defense, you might not get your signals across. So yeah, that'd be my two stadiums.
As a clout chaser that I am, the stadium you see behind me, you see that picture, the only picture on YouTube that someone uses. As the clout chaser that I am, I love Ford Field. It's a fantastic stadium. I've been there, love it there. It's actually really beautiful. If you haven't been there, it's not that I'm a Lions fan. It is really cool, man. It's a really nice stadium. Everything is genuinely awesome. But I want to go to the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium. That one just looks, how they're building it, that looks ridiculous, man. That's where I want to go, man. I want to go to Las Vegas, and I want to see that stadium. So the questions are coming in. ISN, if you're a general manager and only had a 4-year contract, would you build or spend the money and do it now? If I had a 4-year contract as a GM, it just depends who's on the roster. I would do everything I can to draft well. I think I would take the money, draft well. I would invest in a lot in the draft. Invest in seeing what my scouts will do. And then I would make sure I have a franchise quarterback and an offensive and defensive line. That's kind of how I'd build from the inside out. Offensive, defensive line. What say you there, TA?
Man, how I would do it, you know what I'm saying, the same way, Mike. First off, I would scout my team. I would make sure, all the I's are crossed. I mean, all the I's are dotted. All the T's are crossed.
Okay, Millenhue. You're doing everything backwards, man.
No, man, I wouldn't do that, man. Come on, man. I wouldn't take man.
Oh man, you're such a clout chaser, my guy.
But I would just make sure that I would draft well and also getting the right free agents in here that will be able to impact my team. I.e. Everson Griffin, he's still out there. You know, I would think about putting him on my defensive line because I know I need guys to get to the quarterback. So definitely, man, I would just that's what I would be focused on. I'll be focused on the draft and making sure that we have the money and making sure that we're not overspending too as well.
How you gonna build, Tone? How you gonna build this team if you have a 4-year contract as GM?
Most likely I would just I would build it and not just, spend the money and try to make it win now. It depends what situation the roster is in. But either way, like if it's an old team, I would probably just tear it down and try to build it from the ground up. If it's a young team, I'll just continue to build. Because not only, first of all, as you a GM with a 4-year contract, you want to get hired back.
Mm-hmm.
If I just spend all my money, we might be good for 2 years, but 2 years later, we're going to be trash. And they're not going to hire me back.
Right.
Yeah.
And then other teams can see what I did to that one team. They don't go like, we don't want this guy. Look at this guy. He completely destroyed his team's future. So I would build up because building up is the best way to go about it. Now you can make 1 or 2 trades every now and then if your team is in a good enough state that help you win now, but you don't want to give away everything.
Yeah.
You don't want to trade everything on your team to get a bunch of good players and then all of a sudden, especially if it don't work out. If it don't work out, then it's really bad.
Yeah.
But like you might end up with 1 Super Bowl and then all of a sudden your team is just like trash for 11, 12 years. And now they looking at you like you're the guy who did this. You're not going to get no job. You're going to be looked at poorly by like, I would just build it up from, I would just build the team and not just spend money.
Yeah, man, I'm all about building. It just depends what you got. If I don't have a franchise quarterback, I'm getting one. That's the first thing I'm doing, building the offensive defensive line. OnePride Nation wants me to really answer this question with a long answer, and I'm going to answer it with the longest answer as humanly possible. He says, if you fire Bob Quinn, do you want Martin Mayhew back? Here's this. I'm going to give you an extensive answer. No. Mic drop. What's the
Come on, man.
Hashtag Troxstrong, agree. Hashtag Troxstrong, Pride Nation. We love you guys, man. We appreciate it. OnePride. I see we have 161 likes. I see we got 241 in the chat. Let's get those likes up to 200.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like button. Let's get up to 200. I see 161. I appreciate it. We got 241 in the chat to have 200 likes. Man, I would really, really appreciate that. I went to the Chargers-Lions game 2015. Smash that like button. I appreciate you. Hashtag ISN. Here we go. And hashtag Troxel Strong. Man, Melamo, great. I love it, man. Appreciate it. Do you think that we carry 5 running backs and for Trox, we need Bawden to make the team? In all honesty, I think we carry 4 running backs and we're going to keep Nada over Bawden, TA. What say you?
Uh-oh. I don't want to hurt Trox Strong. Man, because we've been talking about this ball thing for a long time. Man, I don't know who they're gonna take, Mike. That's what's crazy about it. I don't know if they're gonna take Nick Bawden or they're gonna take whoever they feel is the most versatile out of the player. I think that's the one that's gonna make the roster, whether it be Nada or Bawden. But it's gonna be only 4 running backs on the roster, and I don't know who. Well, I know at least 3 of those running backs. I already know who. I don't know who's gonna be the 4th running back. That's going to be tough.
That's going to be tough. What say you, Tone? What do you think? 4 or 5 running backs, and what about Nick Bawden?
I see 4 running backs. I don't see a reason why they would keep 5 running backs, especially because they're going to be keeping a couple extra corners. They're going to be going real deep at corner. Probably going to be going real deep at linebacker. Maybe they might be going real deep at tight end. So I don't see why they would keep 5 running backs, considering that Ty Johnson and Jason Huntley do pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's basically like which one of these guys is better because they do the exact same thing. So it is like which one is better, and we're gonna keep this guy. I mean, the only real difference is Ty Johnson has a little bit more power.
Yeah.
Jason Elliott has a little bit more speed. That's really the only difference. They essentially can do the exact same role. I think we're gonna keep 4. I don't think Nick Bawden is gonna beat out Isaac Nada though.
Okay. Ooh.
Isaac Nada was real. I'm sorry, Charles, but Isaac Nada was real good when he was in there. And he's super versatile too.
That's the only reason why I say it is he's versatile. And they love versatile players. I like Nick Bawden, but I'm just thinking as what they like. ISN, I saw football before free agency. Do you think that Kansas City set the standard for coaches, players, and staff to stay for more than 4 years by signing Patrick Mahomes to a 10-year contract? This is interesting questions, TA, because we talked about this. A 10-year contract, did they set a new standard? And I didn't realize this until you told me that this is not the first time this has happened.
Yeah, this is not the first time somebody – I thought that it was, and I had to go and do my research. This was not the first time a quarterback has signed a deal. Brett Favre did it with the Packers. Didn't even know that. Michael Vick did it with the Falcons. It's a couple other quarterbacks that I can't name right now that signed 10-year deals before, and it's crazy, man. I think that they did what was best. Kansas City did what was best for them. They believe in Patrick Mahomes. When you tie that much money into your quarterback, you believe that Patrick Mahomes is the guy. And just think what he did, man. He got injured last season. He was off for a few games. They got a little game managing by I think what was the guy name that came in? Matt, I think it was Matt or something like that.
Matt Moore?
Yeah, Matt Moore. Yep, Matt Moore. He came in and just did a great job to just get the team to where they needed to be. But then here comes Mahomes coming back and playing phenomenal throughout the playoffs, bringing their team back when they were down a couple of times in the playoffs where you thought they were going to get put out, and they come back and win the whole thing. So they really believe in Patrick Mahomes. To pay a quarterback that type of money, that means you believe in him. And definitely, man, they better make sure that offensive line protects Patrick Mahomes because he is well invested.
Hashtag Truck Strong, hashtag Let's Go. I'm with you, James Willis. I see the Gridiron Blitz just jumped in. Man, the Gridiron Blitz is not feeling the greatest. Let's wish him some well wishes and get better. Gridiron Blitz, man, if you want to jump in and say anything about Travis, you're more than welcome to. And we're only going to be on for a little bit longer, but we're definitely here. This is hashtag Truck Strong. This is all about Travis, guys. The more the prayers, more hashtag Trox Strong, the more about we appreciate it. I know it right now, and it's not coming to money, but we will get to that. We will come up with something here soon. But he appreciates it, and I'm sure they're listening right now, and he's really enjoying it. But the prayers is the most important thing, at least for my opinion.
Yeah, prayers to his family, prayers to his wife, because like Mike said, guys, she took a blunt of the injury, man, and she's going to definitely, it's going to be a slow, and the process of recovery is going to be very, very slow for her. It's not going to be really, really fast or nothing like that. So we want to make sure that we keep his wife up in prayer, because that's a tough thing, man, being able to be in a rollover accident where your car is flipping and you don't know if that's going to be your last day here. So it's really tough, man. And definitely, man, shouts out to Troxel and his wife and his daughter. His daughter was fine, and she wasn't hurt or anything. So, man, the Angels was watching over those guys.
If you've seen the accident, if not, go on the Gridiron Blitz. He did a live stream about it. His truck got roughed up bad. Angels were surrounding them. Period. But we still need to show support for his wife and him and his family going forward. They're going to need the support. So again, we got to show love to Travis. He is family, and hashtag Trox Strong. That's what I want to see for a while until he's back up. I will be on his channel, live streaming on his channel. I will do that. And if I do that on his channel, if you super chat, it does not go to me. It will go straight to him. And hopefully I can be on there Monday night at 7 p.m. So we're going to try to get that straightened up with Travis. And then Derek as well can go ahead and live stream the Gridiron Blitz from his channel. Hashtag ISN. Should the Lions trade for Nevin Lawson? Yo, yeah. They should be a grid. It's in the Twitter feed. They should be giving up every first-round pick for the next 50 years for Nevin Lawson. Every pick. For the whole team. That's facts. No, man. Never.
He never ever got an interception.
Never, ever get an interception. Never.
against his old team, and he couldn't do it.
Ricky Zhang, hey man, what's going on? Yes, Deb. Prayers to Travis Troxel. No doubt about it. Hashtag ISN. Do you thoughts on Deshaun Jackson? Do you think he should be punished for it? And should he be cut? I have not seen it. I have not read it or seen it. I heard a snippet, but I can't comment on something I haven't read. I will read it after the stream though, and when I'll get back to you on Monday because I'll be doing the fantasy show hopefully on Travis's channel. So hashtag Troxstrong. First, my favorite field was Silver Dome, and the players sit out due to COVID. What the Lions' lower class should do to step up for some bets. I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see what takes place. This is a whole different era for all of us, man. What's the Lions' cap space? The last I checked, I think it was what, 18 million. I'm not 100% sure when it comes to all the rookie deals. Right now. Not 100% sure, so I have to relook at that. And I need to do another video about that. Hashtag Troxel Strong, Ricky Zhang. Maybe that'll be my next Lions video that I do. I'm going to drop an Oregon Ducks video, hopefully tomorrow, because I'm a Ducks fan too. Hashtag ISN, what do you think if we laugh and talk about Travis' best moments? I do have a couple of videos with y'all I can send. Oh my God, that's a great idea because I will be on his channel, and I could definitely do that. We can do the Strong D. I think he fell out of his chair with the Strong D, and especially when the Gridiron talked about the Strong D that had him rolling. We did was trash. He was so trash. Yes, he was. And that we're talking about. But that's a great idea, Jorge, doing the funniest moments of Travis Troxel from Troxel Sports Talk, and it would be funny. It would absolutely be funny. So, yeah, let me see here. Oh, here's the grid. He's going to talk real quick. You got to remove. There's the Gridiron Blitz. What's going on, Grid?
What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? What's
Go
up,
ahead, buddy?
What's going on, man? Just saying what's up to the fellas, man. I don't really feel well. Mike, am I too loud, man?
You're perfect.
Okay, good. My green screen is off, but what is going on, man? Doing some Lion talk this evening. I missed the show, man, but, been worried about my boy and his family. And I appreciate you fellas for holding it down, man. How's everybody doing?
Man,
we're dreaming the living. We're alive, man.
Dreaming the living. I feel you, man. I feel you.
The dream, buddy.
Absolutely. So, hey, I heard some Nick Bawden talk, man. That's what I heard, man. And
what's your thoughts on Nick Bawden? I know that's Travis's best friend.
Yeah, but he gonna have to find a new one because I just don't think I just don't think he's gonna be there, man. Whoa. I don't think he's gonna be there, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, facts, man. Facts.
My buddy.
Yeah, Trav loves him, man. Big Nick supporter. And I just don't think he's gonna make it, man. And I know training camp is supposed to talking about cutting like 10 players automatically, just to get down to 80 or 75. I don't know if that's official yet, but I don't even know if he makes that initial cut, man. So I don't know about it, man.
It'll be crazy to see what they officially do on that official statement when it comes to officially bought. But officially, yeah, man, I'm sub to your things. I see we got 189 thumbs up. We're 11 away from 200. Let's get it. 11 away. Let's go. Let's get 200. I've never had 200.
Wow, 200 thumbs up?
Yeah, I've never had 200.
Holy mackerel. Wow, man, congratulations.
189. Congratulations. Hey, Derek, what's your thoughts on being about this NFL season, man? What's going on with the NFLPA? They're not happy that the NFL is preparing for a season. They're talking a lot of negative, man. Are you worried on this?
I am. For the first time, I'm worried, fellas, because my channel revolves around football, and we have to wait a long time. And I hear that there might offer some players the ability to opt out like they did in the NBA. We know Matthew Stafford is not one of those players that would take that opt out, even though he just had a child. He still wants to play. So I'm getting nervous that we might not. There's a lot of money involved in football, but I'm getting nervous that it might not happen. I think the NBA, fellas, is really going to kind of set the precedent, and I think the NFL is going to be paying close attention to the NBA to see how that goes, and hopefully we get a season.
Biden for president, hashtag Troxel. What do you say out of the folks out there, man? That's doing hashtag Troxel and prayers through the whole night, man.
Man, I appreciate y'all. I just text Travis actually before I hopped on. And wifey is in surgery currently. I asked him how he was doing. He said he hadn't stopped praying. So I know that you guys are helping. It's a tough situation, man. So
tough, man.
Yeah. So I know he appreciated it.
Tear up, bro, because I could see it on your eyes.
Well, you know me. I do it easy, man. I do it real easy. But yeah, we appreciate it though, man.
He was close, man. That was one of the worst accidents I've seen. I've been trying to be happy throughout the day and cheery because I know that's what he wants. But
yeah, he showed us some pictures last night.
Seeing your tears, bro.
Yeah, man. You know me, bro. You know, I just cried. I'd be like that in the movies, man. Always balling.
It was close,
hey, but don't get it twisted, man. I will still lay you out if I have to. So don't even get that twisted. But yeah, man, it's a tough situation, and I hope we do get football. I hope we get sports because we need that, man. Corona's back on the spike, and we need some distraction, man. We really do.
You don't know, guys, how close it was. I seen the devastation, and it was. Yeah. I don't know how I seen the picture of his wife, man. It's not good.
Yeah,
man.
He showed us pictures yesterday, man, and it's not good, man. Unrecognizable. The swelling was insane, and it just puts a lot of stuff in perspective. So, Yep.
Try to be positive throughout this day because I know he wants us to be happy and go lucky. So
yeah,
I apologize, guys. I don't tear up that much, but I seen the Gridiron's face, man.
Yeah, and, Mike is a G, man. He is G. I'm telling you, man. I be watching Bread Bake, and I started tearing up, man. So I don't know what it is, but yeah, man. Appreciate y'all fellas and the questions as well. Gregory is in the building.
Gregory says, hashtag ISN with college football season moving more towards a spring season. How do you see this impacting future draft picks as far as skipping the season and preparing for the NFL draft? We talked about this a little earlier. This is scary for the NFL draft. This is scary for the college football players. If there is no season, if there's partial, what are they going to do with the NFL draft? What do you think, Grid?
My question is, if we do it, guys, in the spring, what does that mean? So you're talking about like an XFL type thing? From like February to April, and then then they have. Wow, I think that's going to be tough, and I think it is going to change the landscape of the draft because now you're talking about. So then they'll wrap up the season right around the draft, right? That is crazy, man. I didn't even know that.
There's so many scenarios going on right now. I don't think really anyone knows, but that could be one. I could see. I don't know, man. That would be difficult. I mean, that would be really difficult. I think they'd push maybe mini camps back or maybe not have rookie mini camps, make it lighter for training camp for it comes to rookies, something like that in that sense.
And you know what, guys? I don't know, man. I think the NFL, I don't think they're going to budge after this year. I think they're going to have to force the college. They're going to be like, you know what? You got to get in where you fit in because they're already going to lose a ton of money with these preseason games not happening. And if you're talking about 1 in every 5 fans, guys, that can go into the stadium, just think about the money that's going to be lost. Right now, I think the biggest thing is the TV deals. They don't want to lose those. You know what I'm saying? So the NFL, I don't know, fellas. I see them like, go to your team and train and get in where you fit in, man, because they're not going to be able to wait any longer.
Folks, we got 196 thumbs up. We just need 4 to get to 200.
Oh, my God. Appreciate
4 to get to 200. 4. Do it for Trox, man. I think it'd make him real happy to see that he was a big part of this show, even though he's not here. He's here, even though he's not here. So we appreciate it. Well, what say you, Tone? How would it affect the season if college gets pushed back to where it's like a spring?
So it depends on the players. Like guys like Trevor Lawrence might not participate because they're already going top 10, top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the lower guys, they probably will participate to try to get their draft stock up. I think it really gonna depend on your draft stock, like where it currently is. If you're like a really low projected guy, or like guys like Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence, guys you probably guys like Jamar Chase, guys you probably know will go top 10, top 5. They might just go like, it's not even worth it, and not even participate. But for some of the lower players players who haven't established their brand yet, the players who still haven't yet to make a name for themselves and probably won't go that high in the draft, they probably use this time to try to get their draft stock up.
That makes sense, folks. We got one more like away from 200. Let's break a record today on my channel. I've never reached 201. 201.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, bro. Wow.
God bless you all, and we appreciate you guys showing out today for hashtag TroxStrong. Prayers for Trox. We appreciate you guys. Mike, when are you going off? I'd like to make a quick cut videos. I do not have mail, so I can send them to you. Do you got Twitter? You can DM me anything on Twitter. I'm on there when it comes to emails. Do that, and we can figure it out. And because we're going to get on his channel and try to do that, Derek and I. So get a hold of Derek and I. We can do that for sure. Hashtag TroxStrong. Folks, we've been on for nearly 2 hours, and this is the time where we're going to do last words. Derek, you're going to go last because you're Travis's best friend. And you're going to even go after. You're going to go last, even after me. Even
well, you know what, man? I don't have to do that, Mike.
No, you are, because you're his best friend.
All right.
Tone, man. While we close the show out, what do you got to say to the folks?
It's been a nice being on here with y'all. Trav Strong. Hopefully, Travis and his family recovers from this situation, especially with everything going on with COVID and everything. So yeah, I'm praying for y'all. Hopefully this gets better.
TA, man, what you got to say to the folks when we close this bad boy out?
Man, hey, you guys showed up big time. And in the words of Troxel, he would have said this to you guys if he was here today. You guys are the real MVP. Without you guys, we're nothing. We can't do this show without you guys. We appreciate the support. We appreciate for you guys getting us over 200 likes on tonight, man. You guys are awesome, man. And definitely, man, special prayers going out to my man Trox, man. We talk all the time. And definitely, man, I'm definitely glad that the angels and God was watching over my man because he's still here. And we still going to represent big time for him. So in the words of my last words, I'm just going to say to you guys, good morning, good evening, and good night.
While I go here, I just want to say I appreciate everyone showing out for Travis. This is hashtag TroxStrong. Hashtag TroxStrong. It's all about him and his family. Please pray for them. Please pray for his wife. We were going to figure something out when it comes to money-wise. Trust me, we will. This just happened. I don't have anything set up right now, but we will figure it out, and we will definitely get back with you as soon as we have answers. Derek and I are going to try to be able to get on his channel and help his channel move forward, because when it comes to YouTube, you got to do content out. He's not going to be able to do that for a little bit. So please send your prayers. That's what he needs right now. Your thoughts and prayers. Maybe DM him on Twitter at some point. Just say, hey, we're praying for you. And that's what it's all about. This ISN is a family, absolute family. Family comes first. Travis is family, and what he went through was horrible. Thursday night, OnePride podcast will be back on my channel like always, and on Monday night I will try to get the Fantasy Brothers show going on Travis's channel. I would be hosting, but it would be on his channel. With that said, I'm going to leave it with this. Wash your hands, adios, and I'm going to throw it to Derek.
Well, hey guys, appreciate the kind words from the crew, and man, I know Travis is going to listen back to this, and he'll be able to show his family how much support is from the community, and that's what not only ISN, but that's what we value the most is the community, people who actually care about us and not just the content. It's a big deal. And I know that he appreciates that. He has a young daughter as well, and she'll be back and listen to this. She actually also feels like she's part of the YouTube family. So y'all don't have any idea of how deep this thing goes. And right now it's all about Travis and his family, man, nothing else. And I appreciate that. I know he does. ISN, love you guys. This was the best thing ever. And man, if you guys got email, you can email me, Mike. Anybody will get the messages to him, and we will be doing some things on Travis's channel. I will be hosting some basketball streams on his channel as well, if need be. So we love you guys. Thank you so much. And keep praying for Travis and his family because they are going to need it. So we appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
God bless.